Horse Program is Weekly Update.
Hello. Hello everyone, sorry about that, and welcome back to the weekly update with horse programming. This is week 6, I think, and today I'll show you a small program I made called the CarDrivingSimulator. And I'll show you how it looks, and then I'll go through the code as usual. So let's press a key and see what happens. Alright, so we have 10 cars, each one represented by an X, and they are driving. Exciting stuff. Wow, they're driving like crazy. Wonder what happens when they come to the finish line. Oh yeah, we got a winner. 56 hours driven. Car number 6, This is not right at all. It should be car number 7. Well, let's change that up while we're at it, going through the code, I guess. Okay, so here is the code for the car driving simulator. Let's see, we'll start by looking at the car class that I made. It's named car2 because in the same document here I was doing another exercise with the car number 1. So this car has a couple of public fields. They have a console color, they have a length, some speed, and they also have distance property that you can get and set by giving it a value which you will see soon corresponds to the speed of the car. The car has 2 different constructors. One who takes no parameters, which will set the length to a random number between 3 and 5. So the cars will be 3, 4, or 5 meters long. I'm not sure if a car is only 3 meters, maybe a small one. That's why I'm doing programming and not maintenance of cars on the racetrack, I guess. They also get a random console color between 1 and 14. I think number 15 is black, so then you wouldn't see it in the race. So that's why I didn't include that one. And they also get a random speed between 60 and 240 kilometers per hour. Some cars just go too fast, man. Yeah, it has another constructor that was used for another exercise. This method as well. We don't need to look at that. So we already took a little small glimpse at this method. It says drive for 1 hour and set this distance to the speed of the car. So then we have to look here what happens. Yeah, the distance would be we will add the value to the distance it already has. So for each hour it will take the speed and make the distance longer each time. And that's basically the car class, I guess. So let's see what happens then. We of course turn off the cursor visibility. You don't want to look at the cursor while having a car race. We have a boolean called we have a winner, which is set to false until somebody wins. And then I learned about the value tuple, so I decided to use this one. A fun little object, but I just feel like it's better to make your own structs if you want to do something weird. This one is pretty weird. This one is called winner, distance, and number. So the first int will be the distance of the winner, and the second number will be the car number who is the winner. And also we have a integer hours driven, which will keep track of how long the race goes on. And then, so we basically make 10 cars to participate in the race. And the race is in a while loop. So until we have a winner, we will keep on racing. Actually, horse this time. If in each iteration we set the cursor position to 0, 0, so it writes over all the stuff we have already ridden. Each iteration is represents 1 hour driven. And yeah, for this array of cars that we made, we will go through each of these cars and make them drive for 1 hour. And oh, I didn't look at the getGraph method. Let's do that. Oops. So each car has a getGraph method that returns a string, a runway string. And how this works is we have 10,000 kilometers divided by 18, which is the number of dots on the racing track. So each time a car proceeds 1 step, like I think 18 is 550 kilometers or something like this. So when a car reaches 550 kilometers, the distance. So how this works is that the distance of the car that runs the method is divided by 10,000 divided by 18, which is the goal of the race is to reach 10,000 kilometers, and there are 18 dots on the track. So this corresponds to 550 something. And so the distance, if it has run 550 kilometers, this distance marker will become 1. And if it's run 1010 kilometers, it will become 2. So basically we do a loop 18 times, which will correspond to the runway that we print. And so each car starts at 0 because they haven't driven 550 kilometers yet. So at 0 they will print a X corresponding to the car. This one is the car, and else the runway will be a line. And then it returns the runway with some start line and finish line. That's how that method works. So we get the graph for the car, and then we just write some stuff to see that this is the car that we're printing out, and a little tab. And we want to have the car corresponding to its color. So we just change the color before writing the car, printing the car, and then we turn the color back to gray. Yep. And as long as the car hasn't reached 10,000 kilometers, we just write how long the car has driven right now. But if it has reached 10,000 kilometers, we have a winner to true, and we will write that the car has gone 10,000 kilometers. We don't need to show how much longer they have gotten, I think. And then we work with this value tuple that we made. So this one will loop through all the cars and see if their distance is greater than the value tuples item 1, which corresponds to the distance, and sets if it's higher than this number, it will set the winner distance number to the distance. So this way we can, if multiple cars come to 10,000 kilometers in the same hour driven, it will check which one has driven the furthest and set this car to become the winner. So we set the winner number to the car. And this one we should do like this, I think, because it was showing the wrong number before. Yeah. And this is basically showing how the race progresses with hours driven. Using a ternary operator here. Always, I haven't worked enough with these ones yet, but I'm getting the hang of it. So if hours driven is more than 1, we will print the S, so it becomes hours. Otherwise, if they only driven 1 hour, we will only write 1 hour. Yeah, and then we did some padding, so it looks okay. And doing some thread sleep, so we can see the cars going through the distance. Yeah, and then we write who is the winner and how long it took for them to drive 10,000 kilometers. So let's watch it again and see if the winner number is correct this time. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger so we can see some stuff. And this one you never see the hour because it loops so fast. So that's yeah, that's that. Okay, looking like the yellow is a winner. And now it says car 3. Very cool. All right. Thanks for watching. And now I will start working on my exam instead of doing videos. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye bye.